안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 디자인 코리아 장ing닷컴 행정사 사무소의 장만기 행정사입니다. Hi everybody. This is Mr. Jang from Design Korea. Today's a Friday, so every Friday night I received any kind of questions and I get an answers for everybody, right? Very, very detailed. So every Friday night, even like a holidays, right? I just open for the uh, Friday night show with everybody. So if you have any questions, and please kindly leave a message on my YouTube channel, the Visa in Korea. Okay, I will get back to you, and right after I read and your questions. Okay, so kindly and comment on your questions. I will do my best to show and explain it. And also, as you know, I run my own, Facebook channel is around the almost 48,000 persons, right? So, and a lot of the foreigners and send some questions through the messenger and email, but it's very difficult to reply every time. So I just make this a Friday night and immigration and visa and in the consultation. Okay, so if you have any questions, and you can do that, right? So don't worry about it, right? I just get your answers based on your language. 우선은 한국어 이제 질문을 한국어로 하시는 분들께는 한국어로 제가 답변을 해 드리니까 걱정하지 마시고, 한국어로 하시는 분들은 한국어로 질문을 물어보시면 될 것 같습니다. 페이스북 페이지에도 많이 물어보시는 분들이 계신데, 어 제가 매일매일 답변을 드리기가 좀 쉽지가 않아요. 그래서 Friday night 인제 immigration and visa 컨설팅을 해 주기 위해서 라이브로 진행을 하고 있으니까, 본인들이 가지고 있는 질문들을 프라이데이 금요일에 이렇게 물어보시면 제가 최선을 다해서 설명을 해 드리겠습니다. Either English or Korean, the questions are okay, no problem. So, because I have to get answers for man to man, man to man. So if someone asks me in English, I'll reply you English, right? If somebody asks me in Korean, I will reply in Korean. Okay, let us start. 시작하겠습니다. Okay, Sajawal Ali, F299 visa extension requirement, especially per year income. Previous visas were E9 to F26 to F299, right? Living alone in Korea without family. Okay, so you have F299 visa, right? And extended from F26. Okay, so I will let you know F299 extension based requirement. The most important thing is your previous year's income. So F26, it is another the visa that report to the immigration office when you move to another place, right? As you know, then F26 visa is a resident skilled workers residence visa, so you can move to another factory, right? But you must know that you even if you have F299 visa, right? But previously you were F26 and E9 in the working field is a manufacturing, right? If you do, you have to work at the manufacturing field. Then after that, if you have enough time and you can find another job, you can do it. Okay, anyway, when you extend F299 in your case, the most important thing is, I said already, previous year's income, but you are stay in Korea alone. In this case, and right now is in the hourly income, like in 2020 right now is uh, 8,720 and monthly 209 hours and uh, and you are not to report to when you move to another company. So the 12 times, so your yearly income shall be 22 million won or higher. Okay, the Sajawal Ali. So you are still alone in Korea, and if you extend, the yearly income is the most important, right? So in this case, if you are still working at it after 99, as the basic condition is you have to work at that previous visas and working fields. So if you work at a manufacturing field, you have to work at that manufacturing if you extend your F299 visa. And also your previous year's income shall be over 22 million won. If you meet this requirement, yes, you can extend your F299 visa. But I just said to you, if your the income is a 22 million won, yeah, your visa will be extended, but immigration office will and grant you your period, right? F299 period is based on your previous year's income. So uh, if you extend your F299 visa and your previous year's income shall be over 22 million won. So if you meet this one, you can get 1 year. And also you have to submit it your working contract with the current the manufacturing field. Okay. Okay, can you understand that, right? 22 million and more than 22 million one. Okay, good. uh Adnan Latif. Hi, I have 45 point, and now if I get recommendation letter 10 point and my total point is 55, so I can apply E74. That is a little bit different, and different the recommendation letter are there. So in a 10 point based on your understanding. So if you do meet this requirement, yes, you can get additional 10 point, but you must understand that, right? And the root industry and recommendation letter, the from Ministry of Industries, right? If you get this one, however, some of the requirement. The first one, and you have to get a recommendation letter the from Ministry of Labor first, okay? After that, after you got this one, and you just apply to the immigration office, right? So the road industry with a recommendation letter from the Ministry of Industry, right? Industry in this case, and the points are different, right? If you got a the road industry certificate is a 5 points, so you have to find it out another 5 point how to get this one, right? So if you meet this requirement, and even though before the recommendation and 10 point your points are 40 45 point, but when you got the recommendation letter from the Ministry of Industry, and you can submit it with adding your additional 10 points. Okay, good. Another question is Adnan Latif, and how we can get recommendation letter, kind of explain on this kind of a special visa process. Okay, I said already there were several types of recommendation letter, but I don't know actually about your which kind of field are you working at it. So if you are working at a wood industry, the first one, a newer company, right? And visit to the website www.visa.or.kr and register your company. And it takes this 3 or 4 days, right, to the recognize the company's ID into the Ministry of Justice. After that, and you have to meet this requirement. The first one is, and you have to have a sincere worker, right? Sincere worker means you have to the 4 years and 10 months, and you work here and come back again, re-entry. After that, your point, including the recommendation letter, 5 to 10 point adding, right? After that, if your application and the points are over 55 points, right? I said including your recommendation letter, and after that, and apply to the Ministry of Industry, and 10 to 14 days later, then they will issue your recommendation letter and then print it out and visit to immigration office in the any time before the road industry quota and the 70 persons are not full. Why? Right? That this is a basic rule of a road industry and the recommendation letter. But if you apply for the Ministry of Labor and Employment, right? 고용, 고용노동부, right? If you do, you have to meet that this requirement. First one, you have to work at a road industry, or the metal field, or the machining, or food factory, and the kind of 5 sectors, right? And then your company, it shall be one of this field. And second one is you have to be a sincere worker. And the 4 year and 10 months later, then re-entry at the same company. And the third one is you have to get more than 55 points. So it means road industry and the recommendation letter issued by Ministry of Industry, and you can get a 5 to 10 point. But and the Ministry of Employment and Labor, there is no any point. So if you apply for with that recommendation letter, and you have to get more than 52 points, right? The another condition to get Ministry of Labor and Employment, and your the visa period shall be remained within 1 year, right? So your visa expiration date, it shall be less than 1 year. This is a requirement. So they will choose 200 persons for the recommendation by Ministry of Labor and Employment, but it's a very, very, very strict regulations like this, right? Good. So, and you can visit to the Ministry of Labor and Employment, and there is certain information, and also they gather this the application received from the February 24th, the next Wednesday, to March 3rd, and 1 week to you can apply for the Ministry of and the Labor and Employment and the recommendation letter. This is a very, very strict the requirement. Okay, good. And also, Adnan Latif, and how we can get recommendation letter, kind of explain on this kind. Oh, I did already, right? I just explained everything. Okay, and per visa, Bertulfo, how to get visa here in Saudi Arabia, right? Okay, first one, there were two types of visa and you can get, but I don't know which kind of visa and you are really wanted. But I think if you want to work in Korea, the first one, you have to get a bachelor's degree, 4 years in university, and you have to meet and more than 1 year of working experience matching with your major, and then find a company and the fit your major field and invite you. This is the visa E7, right? Or another one is investment. If you invested 100 million won invest in Korea, and you can and open your own business in Korea. Okay, good. Adnan Latif again. If a salary less than 26 million and 35 point and able totally 72 point, yes. Which categories we can apply and when? So if your income is less than 26 million won per year, right? Because when you calculate and the point for your yearly income, 2 years average shall be over 26 million won, and every year your income shall be over 26 million won. So if your previous year's income cannot meet 26 million won, you have to meet a 72 and a point excluding income. So, and officially you have to meet a 35 point in your age and the Korean language and your academic degree. If three and the basic one, you have to get more than 35 points, right? And optional point like working and you were at the same company yearly and 1 point, and manufacturing and 6 years of working and 6 point. And if you working at a like a provincial area, you can get 5 point for 2 years, and 3 years for 7 point, and 4 years for 10 point, right? And also if you have the savings, monthly saving and deposit like a 적금, like a regular installment savings, if you have it, and 2 years, right? And monthly you have to pay more than 800,000 won, and more than 2 years. And if you were the savings reached at 30 million won, you may get a certain point. You may get it's a 5 point, right? 5 point for the 30 million won, the saving, right? Just to check that. Yes, 30 million won is saving for 2 years, right? And this period, and if you save more than 30 million won, you can 5 point. Got it? Right. And Spanka Barua, okay? Spanka Barua. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. Spanka Barua. Hi, sir. I want to know about new G1 visa after completion 4 years and 10 months. Oh, I see. I see. Right. There is one that uh, like a some person like a 4 years and 10 months and the finished, but they still they cannot go back to your country due to COVID-19 and no flight. In this case, you extended your current, like not E9, right? You just extended like the extend your extension for departure. In this case, right? And if you work at the agriculture and fishery, right? That area, right? And and it'd be better to the visit to the near 구 or city hall, right? And if you do apply for that, and if they check that, and but as you know, in High Korea, there is some of the place that the quota. So if you do, and there is some of the contact number, and you can contact them and explain the situation, or just visit there and apply then. And finally, and this the city hall or 군 office and decided and grant you G1 visa to work like a 1 year, right? So more details on it, and you can check the High Korea website, right? This is a very excellent chance for you. But I said to you, this is an extension for the departure, right? But somebody, right? And 50 days already used it, and there is a like a grace period for departure. In this case, is totally different, right? So this means like if you extended it like for departure like a 50 days or within 60 days, right? You can try to apply for that. But if you pass like more than 60 days after that, and the immigration and take your ARC and the giver uh, and you just uh, grace period for departure. In this case, a bit difficult. Okay, so more detailed one, you can visit to the High Korea website, and you can check the Gangwon province, how many persons. Right, there is no any manufacturing field, only agriculture and fisheries, as far as I know. Okay, and 걸리비 고이보프. 안녕하세요. 네, 안녕하세요. 네. 영어를 모르는 사람들은 어떻게 할까요? 네, 그래서 이거 질문은 질문하는 사람에 대해서 제가 답변을 하기 때문에, 질문하는 사람이 영어로 질문을 주시면 제가 영어로 답하고요. 한국어로 질문을 주시면 한국어로 답변을 해 드립니다. 그러니까 골리브 고이버프님 질문이 있으시면 한국어로 물어보시면 되겠습니다. 사자와 Ali, my question on the top of chat. 사자와 Ali, wait a minute. Oh yes, I already explained you. 사자와 Ali. Okay, good. And Jumurut Khan, hello sir. By the way, salary. Yeah, 32 million won, and next year 35.4 million. How many point 47? Okay, so the for example, in the 2019 income 32 million won, and 2020 income is 35 million won. So totally 37.4 million won. So it means totally 67.4 million won. It means the average is more than 33 million won. So you may get 20 points. Okay, good. The morning con, good job. Okay, thank you. morning con. 안녕하세요. 네, 안녕하세요. 한국어 또는 영어 어떤 거든지 물어보셔도 됩니다. The visa information. Okay, sir, I did a master degree in Korea, now holding D10. Good. Which kind of jobs can I do to get E7 or E2? F2, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so the first of all, you got a master degree, right? Master degree holders, right? They can apply for the F27 directly, but there are some conditions, right? So you are in the studying in Korea with a D2 visa, right? And like a job seeking D10 one visa, and combine each other. And if you were the D2 visa and D10, and the one job seeking visa period is more than 3 years, okay, you can apply for the F27. In this case, you have to get 80 points, and you have to make a contract for hiring company with a GNI 80% of yearly income. Okay, so when you apply for the D10, like a D2 3, D2 3, D10 1 job seeking after that D2 F27, if you are applying for the F27 visa, in this case also you have to meet E7 visa criteria. It means D10 1 to F27 needs like F27 includes and the E7 visa, right? So you have to meet in the more than 5 Koreans there, and your income shall be over GNI 80%, and also your working field, and it is better to omit your major and the working field. Working field is based on E7 visa criteria, 67 and the professional jobs, right? So the most important thing is, yes, I know that the master degree holder, it is not a mandatory to meet their major and working field, but if there's no any connection, right, immigration may doubt for that. Okay, you know what I'm saying, right? So if your master degree is like a IT field, like try to find the IT field, or if your the master degree's major is a finance, so try to find similar to the finance, right, related and a job category in E7. I just explain you. If you apply for the E7 or just F27 from D10 after the D2 3, the graduate from the one of the Korean master course, right? In this case, I said you already, and you have to meet F27 requirement as well as E7 visa requirement. I already posted on my YouTube channel regarding E7 visa, how to do that, right? So if you meet E7 visa criteria, after that, you just check F27 and the visa criteria. For example, like a D2, your D2 visa status, and the plus, and your D10 one visa, and then in a period is more than 3 years, and the Jena 80%, and the E7 visa field, and 80 points for F27 if you meet, and you can apply for that. Okay, okay. Uh, and if you, I just give answers, and if you want to get more detail, right, and just you ask me, right, I will just reply you. And Wu and Wong, Can I apply for D10 one again after having got it once and finish the master course later? Uh, can I apply for D10 one visa again after having got it once and finish the master course later? Oh, the important thing is, and if you are studying at the universe, right? And the for example, like a master, right? So it means the D23 you are still holding it, right? In this process, you cannot change the D10 one. But if you and complete your 4 years of university course in Korea, and after that you can just you know transfer your and the bachelor's degree to the master and a degree at the one of the Korean university. In this case, you can just and apply D10 one, and after that you can go back to master course. But I am some worried about you because right, you already used the D10 one visa, but I don't know and how uh, and how to do you which kind of region did you use D10 one visa before? But and well, while you are studying in the master course and the stop after that you got D10 one, it is not allowed, just the master degree itself. But I said that if you get a bachelor's degree and after that before you're applying for the master you can change D10 one, it's okay. But if you are still and working at it and studying at it at the master course and just stop it and just extend the D10 one yourself, it is not allowed, right? Now also one of the university, they have a very the strict the rules that if you just hold, right, and hold your one semester and university like and and give that information to immigration office, your university, and delivers that information to the immigration office. So I'm not sure the immigration how they think of your this reaction. Okay, good. But I call 1345. They say you need GNI. Sajawal Ali. Sajawa Ali, you may check the one more time because of our the F299 extension, right? I didn't say that. I didn't say that F262, F299. I said that F299 extension. But as you check that your basic and the requirement and when you extend it, and the F26 and E9, right? But previous year visa is the F26. F26 is not a like a uh, uh, if you move to another company, you have to report to the immigration office. But F26 is not. You can find the same the field of your industry you can do. So and yes, and GNI income is a required means if you are staying in the with your the spouse in Korea, right? After F219, the previous year visa is F26, right? And you need like this. But there's a E74, right? E74 and a person and when they you know E74 to F299 person, they need like a GNI 1.5 million one, right? 1.5 million one is just for their family members, but you know, and the E74 itself need 18 times of a basic income. But if they have a spouse in Korea, E74 to F299, that person when they extend F299, they need a GNI 1.5 income, right? Good. 18 times means are just if they are single with a E74. But in your case, after 6 visa, right? There is and you need like a 12 times of a in a monthly basic income. This is a rule that you can check that this field, right? So GNI means if you are staying with your family members, right? Your family members and staying in Korea. generate one-time income is required. But you said that you are single and just you stay by your alone. So and the F-6 to F-99 visa holders, when they extend F-99 visa, right? Their previous income is required pay 22 million won. Clear? Okay. Wu and Vuong. I'm sorry. We did already. Yeah, Chai Khan. Greetings, sir. I hope you're doing well. The coming to my question about 지게차 자격증, right? Actually, I asked this question last week from you, and I got a meaningful answer, right? But I am a bit worried if I get the forklift, right, license, and I do need to drive sometimes, not all the times. For example, I work 8 hours in a day, and I drive 3 to 4 hours for the forklift in a day. Is there any? I think like as you know, Chai Khan, right? That I just explain you. And if there is a 지게차 자격 more than 3 tons, right? And the need very strict and the requirement. So and the most of the person cannot just doing using forklift all day long, right? You have to do some manufacturing work, and this and the forklift and working is a really related to your current work. Yeah, 3 to 4 hours a day every day if you do after you manufacturing some of the product. I think it makes sense. Okay, just try for that, right? And also, is there any chance to get 10 point, and when I gonna change my E9 to E74? Okay, get a 10 point, and if you want it, and get additional your yearly income, right? The first one. Second one, get higher, get higher and education through cyber university, right? While you got E9, and you can get additional point. Third one, KIP, a higher level. Every level is a 5 point difference. So if you got KIP stage 2 completion and complete 4, and you get 10 additional point. Additional one, and I said already, and if you just save and the monthly installment saving 적금, 정기 적금, if you do, and within 2 years, the monthly same amount that you just save, and the 2 years and the reached 30 million won, you get 5 point, right? 60 million won, you get 10 point. Okay. Another one, if you work at a like a local province, and you can get additional point. Can you get it? Right. And also it's a license, right? It's an industrial license like this, right? And get the 10 point. But that industrial license shall be met your current working field, and it shall be related to your your working field. Okay. The 고이법 E7 비자 2년 정도 한국에 살았어요. E7 비자. 예. 이제 어떤 비자 받으면 돼요? 회사에서 밀리는 세금이 있습니다. 회사에서 받으면 됩니까? 감사합니다. E7 비자인데 어떤 E7 비자인지를 모르겠어요. 왜냐면 한국에서 대학을 졸업하고 E7 비자를 받은 경우에는 E7-1, E7-2, E7-3 비자 중에 하나고요. 그다음에 E9 비자에서 변경한 거는 E7-4 비자가 됩니다. 그렇기 때문에 어떤 E7인지 자세히 모르겠지만, 만약에 한국에서 대학교를 졸업한 사람이라면 E7-1 비자일 정도가 많고요. 만약에 한국에서 졸업해서 E7-1 비자를 받았으면 F27 비자도 신청해 볼 수 있습니다. 다만 학사인 경우에는 3년이 지나야 F7 비자로 변경할 수 있고요. 점수는 80점이 넘어야 됩니다. 그리고 만약에 E7-4 비자를 가지고 있다. 그러니까 E9 비자에서 변경한 경우에는 F7 비자는 변경할 수가 없고, 5년이 있다가 F299 비자로 변경을 할 수 있습니다. F299으로 비자를 변경하는 경우에는 기본적인 요건이 E7에서 5년이 지나야 되고요. 그다음에 조금 전에 제가 설명한 것처럼 E7-4는 그러니까 혼자 한국에서 살고 있는 경우에는 지금 8,720원 곱하기 209시간 곱하기 18배니까 예 1 년에 3,300 이상을 벌어야 F99로 E74에서 변경이 가능하고요. 그다음에 인제 근무처 변경 대상이 신고 대상이 아닌 경우 E71인 경우에는 기본급의 12 배를 받으면 변경을 할 수 있지만 만약에 배우자가 E7 비자인데 배우자가 있으시면 예 E71 비자인 경우에는 GNI 1 배의 전년도 소득이 필요하고 E74 비자인 경우에 만약에 배우자가 지금 한국에 들어와 있는 경우에는 GNI 1.5배 한 5,600 정도의 전년도 소득을 증명을 해야 F299으로 변경할 수 있습니다. 자, 그다음에 사자와 알리, I call immigration for confirmation the early income for F299 extension. They said to me, even if you are living alone in Korea, you needed to meet previous year income equal to GNI because of our E9 to F26 visa. But I can understand because previous visa F299's previous visa is the F26 visa, right? F26 visa. So that's why, um, and in this case, they need either like a basic and the monthly income with 12 times. This is what I saw on the manual. You can see the manual. If immigration said that an F26, right, an F26 visa to F299 and extension, if you do, there is no indication about the E9 visa. There is only explain E7 visa and E74, something that you have to report to the immigration office when you change it to another company, right? So if you do immigration said that they just not follow by the guideline. If they said that, how can I argue them? But on my the basic and the requirement, right? Basic requirement on the F299 extension rule, you can check it and one more time. So based on that, there is no any that kinds of conditions. Okay, and oh, a lot. Okay. Jackie Nauman, if I get E74 visa from Puri company, road industry, can I switch it to manufacturing company in future whenever I change the company or I will be bound to work only in Puri? Oh, look at this, right? If you just change it to the, the Puri road industry is a part of a manufacturing, right? So if you are working at a wood industry and move it to another company, right, with a certain regions, you can move it to manufacturing field, no problem. Manufacturing field, right? Not only for the wood industry company. You can move it to the manufacturing company. Okay, Jackie Nauman. Secondly, can I continue my 기량 검증 point after switch to another companies or apply? No, no. 기량 검증 is your skill and the test just based on where did you and do tests, right? So if you move to another company, it's a company name is totally different, right? So this is your skill and a test. It is not for a new company. Okay, good. So only you can use this the skill test certificate into current company, current wood industry. If you move to another company, right, you have to make it again. KKC, I have E74 visa and I want to change the company. Is it possible? Uh, yeah, I already posted on my YouTube channel. So E74 visa, the firstly, it is not allowed to change another company, right? E74 visa holders. But if and there was a certain reason and you have to move to another company and you can do. The first reason is your company will be closed soon, right? Due to like a COVID-19 pandemic situation and that your company cannot manage it and their business due to no orders from other customers. In this case, if you got the religious letter and you can change it D10 one visa job seeking and find another manufacturing company and you can change E74 visa. Okay, and the second one is if your company is has some financial problem and they would like to quit you, right? In this case, and an immigration request for the reason, right? Why in a quit this E74 visa holder because of the financial things like compared to the last year and this year. If you do, they request a certain document, but two cases and you can do, or like this. And third one, but usually E74 visa holders and they make a contract yearly, right? So before your contract finished and you don't like to work anymore here, and in this case, and just to try to change the E74 visa to D10 one, after that, find the company and change E74. Okay, good. Murtaza Hussain, please make a comprehensive video on naturalization and how to apply for it. Naturalization, except for the overseas Korean F4 visa holders and except for the migrant, the marriage migrant F6 visa holders, all foreigners shall get F5 first before get apply the naturalization. So if you got F6 or the F4, right? Naturalization you can do that, but if not, you must get the permanent residency first. Okay, visa information, sir. Could you please share your office address? And do you open office on Sunday, Saturday? We open Monday through Friday, right? And you can visit www.visainkorea.com, our website, or YouTube channel, as well as our the Facebook page and www.facebook.com/ and the Visa in Korea. And if you click there, the office location is opened already. So, but Saturday, Sunday, it is closed. Okay, Monday through this Friday. So if you want to ask some questions, and you can contact my cell number, and you can check the Facebook or the www.visainkorea.com website, and you can contact that number to us and a short conversation. And if you want to get more detail and a consultation, you have to make a reservation with us, and you just visit our office during weekdays, right? And visit our office. Murtanja Hussain, what is the criteria of naturalization? How to apply? What document required for the naturalization process? Hey, okay. I said already, it's Murtaza Hussain. What is your visa type right now? Could you reply me right now? Murtaza Hussain, kindly let me know your current visa type. Mr. Hussain, kindly leave your current visa type right now. If you do, I will let you know. I just already explained you. Oh, especially F5. You have a F5, right? So, how to get F5? That's why what I'm saying, right? How to get F5 from F6 or from other visa to F5? Okay, for example, if you got an F5 from E1 to E7 or D8 or D9, right? The working visa in Korea or investment visa in Korea, and after you got F5, right? So your previous visa type before F5 and F5 trolley period is more than 5 years, right? And with KIIP stage 5 advanced and the level, like with like in a for the naturalization, you have to complete first. The second one is naturalization. Usually 60 million won saving is required, and if you are working at it and your working document is required. The basic requirement is 60 million won, the saving, right? To prove it, and you have to work and that kinds of a related document. And the KIP stage 5 advanced and compilation for naturalization. This is the most important thing. Okay, good. And and okay, I already explained.
And Jamur Khan, sir, manufacturing factory can apply for 52 points for E7 for sincere worker. There are just 5 types of sincere worker get a recommendation letter. Okay, but even if you are a sincere worker and you can apply for the E74 with a 52 point because of our minimum point is the 52 point. You can apply for the E74 with a 52 point, but I think the 52 point is too low. So and you just check that your manufacturer is a part of a recommendation field from Ministry of Industry or not first, okay? If it do, and you can get a recommendation letter with a 52 point, right? You have a good chance to get an E74. The Murtaza Hussain, especially from F5, I already explained that, right? Good. The basic requirement is the 5 years from your previous visa before F5 and more than 5 years, and KIP stage 5 advanced level 20 hours and passing the test, right? And and 60 million won, the basic your savings. This is the basic requirement. The 사치 사루 안녕하세요. 제가 지금 D2 학사네요. 가지고 있어요. 대학교 4학년인데 D10 비자 변경하고 E7 변경하려면 몇 개월 있어야 돼요. 우선은 D2 이번에 2월 달에 아마 졸업을 할 것 같고요. D2 비자를 가지고 있으면 이제 4년 대학교 졸업한 학사를 가지고 있잖아요. 그러면은 이제 D10 비자 변경은 3월 달까지 D2 비자가 남아 있을 거예요. 그 3월 전에 D10 비자로 변경하면 되고요. D10 비자로 변경 다음에 외국인 등록증을 받으면 회사를 이미 구했다 그러면 E7으로 바로 변경할 수도 있고요. 아니면은 회사를 구했다 그러면은 D10으로 구직 비자인데 인턴십을 할 수 있어요. 인턴십은 E7 비자 코드 안에 있는 그걸로 인턴십을 할 수 있고요. E7 비자 하려면 또 E7 비자를 만약에 하는 경우에는 어 인제 인턴십을 하고 E7 비자로 변경을 해도 되고. 그러니까 간략하게 설명을 드리자면 D2 비자에서 3월 전까지 D10으로 변경하고 나서 바로 회사를 구해서 E7으로 변경하셔도 되고요. 외국인 등록증이 D10 비자가 있으면 또는 D10 비자로 인제 회사에서 인턴십을 하다가 회사에서 또 E7으로 변경해야 되고 그 기간은 이렇게 나와 있는 건 없어요. 네. 그다음에 프랜스 프라타마 안녕하세요. Sorry, I just joined the live streaming. I have graduated from master and want to apply D10 for the first time. Okay, master degree and D23, right? To D10. Should we have the deposit bank statement? So how much? Yeah. So the one person when you apply for the D10 one, you shall they show that your like amount and so monthly one person's amount immigration consider that is 700,000 to 750,000, right? So 700,000 or 750,000 won and 6 times. So minimum minimum 4.2 million won or maximum 4.5 million won. So you have to show that 4.2 to 4.5 million won. So you may get and contact to your the parent and deposit certain amount of money, right, to prove you. After that, if you find it out and working, and after that, you can you know talk to your parent and return back after that, right? So can you understand, right? Good. So I said that D10 one visa, if you want to apply for that, 4.2 million won to 4.5 million won have to they show that money on your deposit. Okay. The Ripon poll. A good evening. And my visa is F27. If I want to renew the next month or April, which year income I have to show, right? And the 2019 tax certificate or 2020. But I'm not sure you are working at next month or April, right? So in this case, the basically immigration request for the income certificate. So 2019 income certificate and 2020, and you have to show that withholding tax certificate. Immigration may request for that same time. Okay, good. Kandarisa, great job, sir. Okay, thank you. UN Vuong, the what do you mean when said 80% of the GNI and 3 years of experience regarding up to 7? Because of our, you got D10, the master degree holder, right? And you can apply for F to 7. But I said already, when you apply for the F to 7, and you have to meet E7 1 visa, the requirement. The one of the E7 one visas requirement is, and the hiring companies, the number of Koreans are shall be over 5, and your yearly income shall be GNI 80%. So GNI right now 2019 is 37.4 million won, and 80% is your the yearly income shall be over 30 million won, even if you apply for F to 7 from D to 3. Okay. I meant I graduate from university, then get D10, then turn back to D2 for master course. You got 4 years in university and graduate after that D10, then you can go back to D2, D2 3. I think that you graduate. You said that you graduate masters. If not, okay, you graduate. You were in university, 4 year university. You can change it D10. Okay, you can do that, and after that, you can change it D2 the master. Right, no problem. You can do that. So, can I reapply for that? I cannot understand what you're saying. Hmm. Okay, university, you graduate, you got change D10, then and you just a master degree, and you go back, right? Immigration may not allow. Look at this. A university degree already you complete, right? And you got D10, and then you got D2. So right now is you got D2. So if you change it, D10 means, and the your D2 in the master course will be gone. So immigration may not allow. But already you got the university degree, so your the D10, the period still remains, right? If you do, you can change the D10, but D2 uh, is going back to D2 again. It is not available, right? Uh, lovely yours. 67, 67점으로 이센포비아 병행 가능성이 몇 프로인가요? 제가 퍼센티지는 얘기를 못 해드립니다. 왜냐면은 커트라인은 올해 3분기에 인제 접수를 하고 나서 가장 점수가 높은 사람들 순으로 인제 170 명을 자르기 때문에 인제 커트라인 점수가 얼마인지를 몰라요. 그렇기 때문에 몇 프로인지 제가 얘기해 줄 수는 없지만 작년에 3분기하고 4분기 때 맥스로 나온 점수가 68 점의 사회 통합 프로그램 5 단계였거든요. 근데 이 작년은 125 명을 뽑았기 때문에 지금은 170 명을 뽑고 있거든요. 그래서 작년보다 점수가 68 점보다 상당히 내려가지 않을까, 예, 그런 생각을 하고 있습니다. 우선 접수를 해 보세요. 67 점이면 상당히 높은 점수입니다. 주한 은호, good evening. How are we going to count the work experience? Is it from 2011 or 2012? I left Korea January 2012 and came back in my second contract by November 2016. Okay, there is a EPS and the Korea certificate, right? So, and if you printed out EPS Korea certificate, there is some of the working and the period, right? So you just calculate that working in the total and the working in the period, and you can and get how long have you been working at the several companies. Okay, using EPS Korea certificate and calculate and add all your working in the Korea period. Okay, good. Sajawa Ali, okay sir, I hear you, but can you confirm once again from immigration? Okay, just I just try to ask one more time. But last time I asked you headquarter, so about this as a matter. I just received this matter, so I just do that because nobody there currently like hire me an F299 extension, right? That's why I don't have that F299 extension experience so far, right? After the like a new rule start, but I am just said to you, I just said to you is based on my understanding and based on the guideline, right? But actually, if you just confirm, I'm not sure, right? Even like other visa type and apply for extension and visa change, nobody guaranteed. Nobody knows the immigration office rule. But I only can say that my experience and the guideline. So if immigration officer and said that you need a GNI income, you cannot extend because of her. But you just consider that your previous visa was after six. After six, and when you extend, you already did. After six extension, basic requirement is almost a GNI. 2 years, average income shall be over GNI income. So I don't know why when you got F99, your income is short. But anyway, my understanding is my my experience is like that. But if immigration said the GNI need a GNI one-time income, if they said it, and let them show the guideline, right? And Murtaza Hussain, F515, you got the PhD degree holder, right? So I said the same thing, right? So you got F515 to naturalization, right? This is the most important thing is you needed to complete KIP stage 5 advanced at the level 20 hours with a passing that uh, the KIP for the naturalization. This takes so much time because F515 no need to the KIP, right? So you have to study. Without this, you cannot apply for the naturalization. Okay, study KIP. Okay. Juan Uno, sir. Follow-up question. I have a late passport a penalty April 10, and since the result will come by April 20, 2021. You got passport. If you violate like reporting your renewal of your passport within like a 14 or 15 days, if you delayed in a report and if you got penalty and you got -5 deduct, this record immigration can use 10 years. So if you do one time violation immigration immigration law and this in a minus point and this benefit and follows for 10 years. Okay. Ali Hadi, hello sir, please explain about the 관련 중앙부처 추천 certification. Sometimes who is working in our manufacturing company, how he can get this. I already explained this. Are you applying for the E74 or F27? Kind of let me know. So you are just working manufacturing means you are holding E9 visa, right? Good. This means I said already, Ministry of in the industry or ministry is for the root industry, and five and the manufacturing field you may get from the recommendation from Ministry of Labor and Employment. Okay, good. I said already and about the how to get this requirement. Thank you for your explanation, Franz and Patama. Thank you very much. Okay, Wu Yan Fuong. Hello, sir. Do I have to prove in a bank statement of a 2 point? Okay, million to get D10 even for the first time transfer from DT2 to D10. This is the one of the things that, and you have to prepare for that because of when you extend the D10 visa, right? And how to leave like without any payment, without some of the money amount. But like a 2019, right? Immigration just may check that just the simple things, right? So if you have some of the balance on your bank account and just to change it to D10 without the specific and the restriction, but this is getting strict. because of our, in this case, and immigration may check that your the bank statement if you have this one, and sometimes the request for the bank in the account total information, because immigration, they don't know how to get this money from your part-time job or not, right? So this is getting strict right now. So it'll be better to get this one and prepare that amount of money when you apply for the D10 one, because but depends on the certain universities, right? Immigration may consider differently, but basic requirement is, right, even like a first time you just change a D10 one, your expenses for the 6 month is a mandatory. Okay, I mean, I will graduate from BA and I want to get D10 one for 6 months before applying for the master after 2 years, and it doesn't matter about the D10 one itself. Like you just make money, and you go to the D10, the T23, the master degree. It doesn't matter. If you change the D10 one, it's a job seeking, and the immigration may check the job seeking means you are just a job seeking. So how to find your job and how to expense your monthly expenses, right? They just request for that. Okay. Okay. Anyway, there is one thing that I just really want to check. Really appreciate today's our participating. So I just a few weeks ago I checked the 1345 about the F299 extension, right? So but they said that the same thing that I said that, but one of the person asked me about F9 extension need a GNI. Even I'm a single, right? And an E9, but there was no any E9 there, right? This is a E74 and E723, and one of the things that you move to, you need to uh, report to the immigration office if you move to another the working place, right? But there is no any F26. This is what I'm saying. Okay, thank you very much for joining today's the Friday night show, and really appreciate that. Okay, Sajawal Ali, F219 change from F26. Can I run my own? No, cannot. The F299 cannot open your own business. If you open your own business, there is some problem. Okay, don't do that. Okay, see you next time, next Friday. If you have any questions, and gather and your question and ask me on every Friday. Every Friday night, I just open for you. Okay, see you in the next time, next Friday. Bye bye.